this is our history book. This is our History 101 right here. This is our encyclopedia that we learned from as a young leader, from our elders. Their concerns, their experiences, their teachings, that we taught to them, and they passed on to us, to guide us, to give us kind of a right thinking, just for making good decisions. This is, I could sit here a lot longer listening to her. No problem. Hearing more, every time I hear Aubrey speak, I learn something about myself, about my people, about Aubrey, about a little bit about everything, how we're connected, what our responsibilities are. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about as people, as different peoples, all on this land, just getting along. Making sure there is a future for all of our children. And all of the things that have been given to us, so all those things can continue. And our people can live in a peaceful and healthy way. And I think that's what our goal here is. Try to educate people, educate each other, about ourselves. We're all in this together. Bad air doesn't stop at any boundaries. We all breathe it. Bad waters. We all have to drink it. We all have to. It's not pure, and we're all suffering. It's not any one people's responsibility. It's everybody's. So anything that we can use this is to educate and to make people think more about what's important, what our own responsibility is to ourselves and to each other. And we can educate a few people and start making them think a little bit different, or a lot different, whatever. Whatever your contribution is to ensure a future for us, then it's worth it. We achieve something. By talking, by listening, and exchanging thoughts and ideas.
As Aubrey said so eloquently, she could talk for many, many more hours, and I think many of us could listen for many more hours. But we did want to have some opportunity for people to ask some questions. The topic of tonight's discussion, the title is "The Nation in Our Midst: Onondaga History, Culture, and Spirituality." It covers a very broad area. So there's microphones out here on either side, so people can go ahead and come to the microphone if you'd like to ask a question. We ask people to be relatively brief because there's many folks here, and people are primarily here to hear Aubrey and Sid, not one another. But I do want to say one brief thing about the title, "The Nation in Our Midst." We spent a lot of time talking about the titles of these programs, and we're very conscious of wanting to acknowledge that the Onondaga Nation is indeed a nation. It's a nation in our midst in that it's surrounded by the United States, but that doesn't make it any less of its own independent, autonomous nation in the same spirit that Aubrey spoke of with the Turo Wampum. So I want to please invite folks with questions. If there's folks in the balcony, sorry we don't have any mics up there, so you'll have to come down.
I hear your stories. Mike's not on. I wanted to thank you for not only giving us the story that you gave us, but also there was a bit of very helpful sensitivity in one of the things you said, Audrey. You made reference to that little bit of fear that some of the other people have about the Onondaga Nation. And I want to appreciate that you have that sensitivity, that understanding, even of what is wrong in our misconceptions about your culture. And what I would like to get at is, maybe you could tell a little bit about how Onondaga people have focused on children and on health in the way you raise up people. And that would maybe help us to heal our own fears as we raise up our children, because maybe we could do a little bit better job. I think I've heard a little bit before from Warren Lyons and some other leaders, a little bit about how you have raised up children and how you focus on children and health. Maybe we can hear a little bit about that.
Well, as you know, our children go to school with the nearby villages, and some come all the way into the city to school, so that they're sort of mixed in all the time in their childhood lives with all kinds of people. And in keeping our people within our own community healthy, we have most of the homes have their own medicines that they use within their family for sicknesses and for keeping well. And it's not like, and they share this. The new mothers especially are more conscious of trying to have their babies and their little ones now be treated, if they are sick, with natural medicines. This has coming back, and of course with the food it's very hard. We don't have many families who don't have a garden, a small garden, so that they would have access to, fruits and vegetables that come from the land and not from a can in a grocery store as halfway across the country. This we have to keep talking and talking and talking, because our young people are mixed up in a world where those kinds of things are not important. So it's this, again, as I mentioned before, that repetition. Young people have a way of not really wanting to listen. I've heard that before, so we're going to hear that again. But yes, it has many of the things we have to teach have to be repetitious. And the food, I think the young people many of the young people, not all, are picking up themselves the difference between fresh food and good food. It's happening more than a lot of people realize. That young people themselves, we hear a lot about junk food and stuff, and it is horrendous the way it's being used, but we don't hear much about the fact that the young people themselves are beginning to listen and to understand the consequences of watching their diets and eat their fresh foods. We have our own traditional foods that we use pretty much almost entirely for ceremonies. And everybody knows how to fix that, just about. You could teach the children how to fix the ceremonial foods from I don't know if this answers your question very much.
Do you want to respond to that also as well? Okay.
I would like to offer some good news to the people who are there to thank City and Aubrey for coming and visit community affairs and spending some time to speak to us about this important issue. What I would say is that I just returned from a long and difficult trip to India, where I was invited to speak at the World Elders Council of Ancient Traditions and Cultures. I have been asked by the Hindus to give a presentation called Quest for the Roots of Peace, Close Encounters with the Earth Mother, in which I explained how Shenandoah Lake is one of the most sacred sites in North America. And people there were very grateful to have this information presented to them. And were very touched by the message that is contained in the story of what happened here many centuries ago. And they were very interested in having additional contact in the future with the indigenous people of this land, bringing them into a dialogue about where we're headed on this earth and how we can work together in partnership to create a future for our grandchildren. And at the inaugural event of this council, I was introduced to a man who is called the chief of the forest tribes of India. And I expressed my concern to meet and talk to this man at length, because of my own involvement with the eastern woodland tribes of America. And so my expenses were paid to go to Southwest India after the council and to attend the gathering of the forest tribes of India. It's a gathering involves about 600,000 people over the course of 3 days. And I participated in the spiritual activities that were happening there. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, I was invited up on the stage and introduced, and at the end of the ceremonies, I was sitting down in the chair to put on my shoes, and I fell over backwards and fell off the stage and broke my right wrist. It seemed kind of a misfortune at the time, but trying to look on the good side of things, the better part of that was that I was able to have a personal visit from the chief of the forest tribes. And I was able to sit for an hour talking about what is happening here in Central New York with the indigenous people. And we talked about the situation of iron domination, the land rights initiative, and the fact that we are at this crucial moment of history when the indigenous people are asserting their rights as title holders to their homes. He was very deeply moved by this message and was very concerned and very interested in having a communication about this. There are many, many people around the world, I'm sure, who like these elders and like this leader of the indigenous forest tribes of India, who would like to know what is happening here. I think that's part of our responsibility is to participate in getting this news out to the world so that everyone can understand the situation.
Did you want to ask for any response from the leadership? Okay. Other questions people have? Something you'd like to hear more about from Aubrey or something? We'll take one or two more questions and then we're going to close up and we'll have more time for informal discussion during the reception.
I'm from up north of Mohawk Reservation. I live in there. And they did a study of the women, Native American women, Mohawk side, and the Canadian side of the breast. They were breastfeeding the children, and they
going on about the water. There have been studies about the water, not particularly to that issue of mother's breast milk, but
Okay, thank you. We'll take one more, and then I'll do a little wrap-up, details, and then we'll go out and enjoy the reception. So please, Ken.
My name is Ken Howland. Excuse me, I'm a student of history, and I'm aware of the fact that your people and also indigenous people of all of our backgrounds were in existence for thousands of years, your people in this area. And there's been more environmental damage in the last 50 years, or perhaps century, than there was in the previous 5,000 years. I wonder if you have any comment about how to approach the future with respect to the environment, the pollution, which the woman before me just addressed. That was the essence of the question. To get back to more pure agriculture and so on and so forth.
well, I think the nuclear age, the making of all the nuclear energies have not been conducive to keeping the land or keeping any of the creation. And, it just was, they went into it rather irresponsibly, and they're still using it in a irresponsible manner. And many people are suffering from it. As you say, the land, some lands that cannot be used again, or we don't know how long. The thing is, we have been told and that the land can heal itself if we would stop, if mankind would stop this attack of pollution.
A little bit on that. I do have to with father land rights. I get into some of the discussion of cleanup of the lake. It's been done to the lake over the last 100 years. Dumping waste into the lake. Condition now. We've also other people from all of the area where land rights claim area have come to us looking for their problems in their communities. In Watertown, not to Binghamton areas that they're concerned about, asking us how we can help. Because they've been trying to stop pollution or whatever it is, industries or the lakes and the waterways and the lands. They're looking for ways to get something done to clean up their part of the area where they live. And I think, and they've gone to the government. The government can't do that. They don't. There's so much pollution there that who's responsible for this? Who's responsible for that? Companies. I think we do have to make people more aware of all the damage that is done just in this small strip of area that we're concerned about. Also, all the people in this area have their concerns too. When they look to the government trying to solve it, I think we have to, as people of this area, have to take on some responsibility to join and be heard, not to be brushed off by the government and say, well, we don't have enough money, or they're concerned for your children, your grandchildren, their benefit. That seems to be that should be your main concern, not just yourself at this time. But what are you leaving for them? How are they going through? So they've been solved things that we've not been able to resolve or clean up, change.
On behalf of the organizers, please join me in giving a warm appreciation for Aubrey. Just a couple of closing notes. One is the program, which hopefully you all received on your way in, has a full schedule on the back of it. Please take note of it. Encourage friends, coworkers, folks you worship with, go to school with, to join us for future programs. The next program, just next Tuesday, is entitled Visionary Women, the Haudenosaunee and the U.S. Women's Rights Movement, 7 o'clock, March 7th. And I think the role modeling of a leader of a formal leader like Sid, listening so attentively, deferring to a woman elder in the community, is something it's hard to imagine happening in our community. So that tells us a little bit about what we have to learn from that program. There's also a variety of background information as well as flyers for the next event and posters for the whole series at the table for neighbors of the Onondaga Nation outside. And something that I'd like to ask your help with is that we realized in the last 2 weeks that we particularly want to attract teachers to come to these programs. The folks who are teaching our children about the Haudenosaunee really need to hear this information because much of what is taught in our schools gives the impression that this is ancient history, that there are not neighbors living just south of Syracuse at the Onondaga Nation who not only are maintaining their own community and culture, but also trying to work with the broader community to improve life for all of us in the years and generations to come. So please contact any teacher you know and pass on this information. So we look forward to seeing the future programs and hope you'll join us for some refreshments outside. Thanks very much.